What's going on, people? This is Shy Harris of the Rebel Society, and today is another episode of Interviews with the Rebel. Today's episode, we have makeup artist extraordinaire. I like to say the word extraordinaire, Victoria Dixon. And in this episode, we talk about how she got started, where her love of makeup come from, as well as we touch a lot about the business side, because that's what this whole series is about, is getting in touch with the business side of these different industries. So stay tuned, get some popcorn, get your phone in the upright position, and watch the Victoria Dixon episode. What's going on, people? This is Shy Harris of the Rebel Society, and this is another edition of Interviews with the Rebel. So if this is your first time watching one of these, the whole purpose is to kind of highlight different creators, entrepreneurs who do things pretty innovative and unconventional. So today we have the makeup artist extraordinaire, the one and only Miss Victoria Dixon.
Hey, everybody.
So, for the people that don't know you, who are you and what do you do?
Well, I am a makeup artist in the Hampton Roads. I am from Chesapeake, Virginia. And right now, I am known for just beauty work. You know, weddings, a little bit of everything. Anything comes to beauty. And I travel around the area. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So, icebreaker question.
Yes.
Which music artist do you feel like you relate to the most? As far as music, aesthetic, you know, how they carry themselves, message, all that.
That's a really good question. Funny you ask. Because I thought about this the other day. And not to brag or anything.
You just randomly thought about it?
I thought about it because I did Cardi B makeup years ago. And I was reflecting back on those pictures of if I had the opportunity to do her makeup again because of the growth. This was like 5+ years ago.
Really?
Yes, this is a long time.
What was she doing 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I believe that was the beginning where, of course, she was rapping.
Yeah.
But it was more so going around to like the club promotion events.
When she was like big on like Instagram and all that.
Yep. And so she came in town, and I really love her. I don't know if it's because our birthday being a few days apart.
That might be it.
But just her being real.
Okay.
And I love the transformation that happened with her.
And you feel like you can relate to that?
I can relate to that.
Okay. All right. So I'm really big on, you know, like origin stories. So like, you know how comic books have like, you know, like the Joker movie where they say, this is the story that made you into who you are. So what is your 60-second, 90-second origin story of how you got to the person you're right now?
Ooh. I would have to say the period that we go through where you feel like you lose yourself. What made me become who I am today was that gray area that we all go through. It's a part of the transition of separating yourself from who everyone else wants you to be.
Okay.
And you trying to find out who you are. And
I went through that myself, so I get it.
That was like mom, you know, nothing against, but it's like mom, dad,
what your
siblings,
parents want you to be. Yeah.
And that transition for me took place my junior year of high school.
Really?
I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know where I was going, what I was going to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And that was a big moment. You know, junior year of high school, that's where everybody seemed like they know everything. You know, they know what college they're going to. They know the career.
Yeah.
Everybody had their ducks in the row. And I'm like, ooh. Yeah, we gotta figure this out.
Right.
Because I didn't know. And that was that moment.
Okay. So, where did your love for makeup come into play?
Love for makeup?
Or when did you get into makeup?
When did I get into makeup? That took place high school. That was also during that transitional phase of just want to be more girly.
Okay.
I was a tomboy.
Really?
I'm like, let's shoot some basketball. Let's run on somebody's track.
Right.
Let's get dirty. Let's do whatever.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, okay, Victoria, you are a girl at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you need to wear your little dresses, put makeup on. And it started, everything was like junior year. Junior year, what did you have junior year? Ring dance.
Okay. Ring dance, prom, all that.
Yep. And so I got really dolled up for that.
Okay.
And I felt kind of cute. I like that. You got some weave in my hair. I was like, who is she? And that was it. That was when I was like, okay, makeup, it made me feel good.
Okay.
But that wasn't like, I want to be a makeup artist. It was just a self thing.
Yeah. You just like to kind of, get dolled up every once in a while.
Yep, that's what it was.
Okay. Okay. All right. So when did you start doing makeup for other people?
I started doing makeup. I did a few of my classmates
Okay.
senior year for prom.
What high school you went to?
Oscar Smith.
Okay.
And that was pretty cool. Still at that point, I didn't know about pursuing it.
Right.
That was hard.
Really?
That did not come natural.
Okay.
There's a difference putting a little eyeshadow on your eye compared to trying to
Doing it for
define somebody else.
Yeah.
And that was okay. I wasn't a professional or anything. That was just practicing. But on a professional level, things took place. I graduated 13. Things started to happen about 2015.
Okay. Okay. So how did you get like your first couple of clients?
Instagram.
Really? So just to expand on that a little bit. So you was doing makeup on yourself?
I was doing makeup on myself, and I was posting just pictures of little creative things I do. And not to skip a part, I'm not sure if you knew, I worked at MAC for a little bit.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I got hired at MAC in, what was that, 2014. And that was a decent experience, but that was just like any retail job.
Yeah. So you got to be out there selling too, right? You just can't just do makeup.
It was just selling.
Okay.
And so I was a little hands-on with makeup, but you know how that go.
Yeah.
I did get familiar more with makeup during that process. So it was like a little bit of MAC plus the promotion that I was just doing on myself on Instagram.
Right.
Of how it all started.
Okay. So after, I guess, putting yourself out there as far as, doing your own makeup, I'm guessing people just started to pay attention to that.
Yep.
Okay. So like your first couple of clients, like how did that go?
I remember what made me pursue makeup, like actually want to be a makeup artist. I had a client, she got really emotional on me. She cried because just going through life.
Right.
And the transformation, she just felt really beautiful. And I'm not gonna lie, when she started crying, I was like, I done messed up on her face. What I do? I gotta take this off. We gotta do it all over. But for her to express how great she felt in that moment and how she just was excited for the rest of the day.
Right.
And the impact that I made, that is what made me pursue makeup. You know, typically, you'll probably hear more people fall in love with the makeup first. I fell in love with people first. And anything that you do, you want to be good at it. And that's how that happened.
Okay. That sounds so deep. I fell in love with the people first. Yeah. I'm a people's makeup artist. Yeah.
You know what?
All right. So I like to really talk about like numbers because most people will look at where you're at now and feel like, it came overnight. So as far as that first year of you actually being, first year of you actually being a makeup artist, how much money were you making that first year? On the average or roundabout, roughly?
Not a lot. I think, because I was still working part-time. I wasn't full-time yet.
Right. If you had to put a number on it.
A little under 10, maybe I was seeing like $5,000 maybe.
Okay.
It was real low.
Really?
Yeah, it was very low. And again, I was just doing it as a little hustle, still trying to figure out my place and my purpose with it.
Okay, so when did you kind of feel that things started to take off? Because, like I said, ever since I've heard of you, you've always been like one of the top names that I've known when it comes to like makeup.
You gassing me right now.
No, I'm being dead ass. So like I've always, even before my wife started going here, I always heard about your name, and because I know a lot of people that are, you know, videographers or photographers, they always talked about you.
Thank you.
Excuse my stomach, I haven't eaten all day. So
You fine.
yeah, but so when was the moment that you became, you know, or you probably wouldn't be able to answer that question, but the real question is, when did you see things shift from you know, just doing makeup, you know, here and there, to like really being like booked and busy, I guess?
That happened after Mac. Not to blame Mac. So any people who work for Mac or anyone, don't take offense to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But because of, all I can speak on is the area we live in. I can't say anything about California, New York.
Right.
But Mac right here is really another retail job.
Okay.
It's about sales. Unless you end up becoming a Mac artist, which I never became that. I still was considered a Nordstrom employee.
Gotcha.
So again, it was all how many products you can get to these people to make the money, and that was pretty much it. But to be there, and one of the things that my colleagues said to me, my coworkers, because I asked my purpose, I was like, what is my future working here? Because I got to figure something out, because this isn't working for me. And she was just like, Victoria, until you get your sales up to par, I don't know what to tell you. And at that moment, I was like, something have to give, because my clients that I was like meeting there, like I would notice out the corner of my eye, everybody know how a retail store can get on like a Saturday and how busy. And I remember it was this one day, I was stressed, Sean. I was stressed. It was busy. And Saturdays we take appointments there where you're actually doing your facials, right?
Right.
Long story short, I remember it being a Saturday, and it was so busy. And you know, we don't have chairs all around. We only got the chairs where the clients sit. And so I was looking out the corner of my eye, and people were watching me. And I didn't understand why they were watching me. But I'll check on them like, hey, will I be with you in a second? You know, we'll work it out. I'm sorry. Thank you for your patience. Still giving that customer service. And that day, before the end of the day, all those people that watched me, I noticed when my coworkers would go to them, they were like, no, we're fine. I'm going to wait on her. And I'm talking about very short, like, dialogue. I was just giving them customer service until I could make it. But that moment, to see that people seen me, and I didn't realize, like, that was an eye-opener. Like, Victoria, not saying you're better than Mac. It wasn't that. It was just like, you are meant to do more. And, you know, I just, at that moment, I think I was working there for almost a year, and I put my 2 weeks in and said I was going to go full-time after that.
Okay.
Long story short, sorry.
So what did full-time look like for you? Like, what were you kind of doing to, like, I guess, keep your name out there?
Instagram has really been the main source.
Really?
Yes. I tried to get back on Facebook. I got a little overwhelmed because Facebook has came a long way over the years. And so Instagram, like posting at the time, just being active with my followers.
Okay.
And
you were just posting just like your clients and stuff, or?
Yes, that was it.
Okay.
My clients, myself, giving out business
What
cards.
were you doing for yourself though? Like, what type of stuff were you posting of yourself to kind of get attention?
Just makeup looks, different.
Really?
Like,
I know the only reason I asked that because I know some makeup artists would do like the real dramatic, you know, makeup, or you know, real creative stuff. Like, were you doing anything like that to kind of, or was it really just like everyday type stuff?
It was a middle ground.
Really?
It wasn't anything like your sci-fi makeup.
Yeah,
nothing too crazy.
Right.
But I definitely love the different colors, using like blues and greens.
Oh,
and
okay.
Putting that on the eye, a little touch of pink.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Okay.
But it was even from your natural looks, like browns and golds, very neutral.
Real simple.
Real simple. I felt like I wasn't promoting anything that people couldn't try on themselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it could be a little bit of a challenge if you didn't know exactly
what you're doing.
What you were doing.
Okay. All right. So this is probably a question I should have asked you in the beginning, but as a makeup artist, how do you actually make your money?
What do you mean?
Like, do you sell products or do you just do makeup, for, clients?
I just do makeup for clients right now.
Really?
I do, and I am thankful where I am, but I'm not sure if you or other, people I've heard doing makeup alone isn't enough.
True.
And so right now I'm transitioning of figuring out different avenues, still makeup related, but unless you're on like a salary situation or like an hourly with somebody, or you working on like a set, just doing clients alone,
it's not gonna cut it.
It's not gonna cut it.
But you also do weddings as well.
Yes.
So.
But I would put that in the same category. Am I wrong for that?
No. But I guess a lot of people feel like, as a makeup artist, that you can only do, makeup for, people when they go to events. But I guess weddings would be something different, because I feel like that would probably be like a nice boost in revenue, because you're doing multiple people, right? Yep. Okay.
Weddings would definitely be number one.
Really?
But even with weddings, something that I'm starting to catch on to make such a high numbers, you can't do that alone.
Really?
I don't see that. Like, you will need a team, and if not, you trying to charge $1,000 for a bride, you gonna have to come
correct.
Very correct.
Yeah.
And if somebody's out there charging $1,000 that live in this area, please, I am open to the conversation.
Okay.
To get some insight.
Okay, so for the makeup artists who are looking to kind of get into weddings, what is, not necessarily your price, but what is like a nice price to kind of start off with, or
Well, that definitely depends on, just experience.
Yeah, right.
Experience meaning knowledge and practice on your craft.
Right.
Just being good at what you do.
You can't be trash.
Don't be, I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, I'll say it. You can't be trash out here.
Yeah, just be good at what you do.
A lot of people are trash. I don't even know makeup, but I can see that that's trash.
Need a little bit more practice.
Need
a little more practice.
Yeah.
So starting out, I would say, because I started out, I think I was starting at like 80 for a bride, and that was back in 2015, 16. And now I incorporated like a package deal.
Yeah.
And right now, like, my flat package for a bride is $190.
Oh, okay.
And that is, the day of the wedding, the application, the trial. You gotta consider time too, because your time is valuable also.
Very much so.
How long your trial, if lashes are included. What else can be involved? Something I do is complimentary touch-ups, meaning that's just something I personally wanted to add to the experience, meaning that transition, everybody knows during that time period, when the bride is getting ready, and let's say she had a little moment with her mom and she about to cry, I will like stay through that. I won't leave just yet.
Oh, okay.
I won't leave until pretty much the moments where everybody's like cleaning up and about to leave out.
Oh, okay.
And then some things that could be an additional of doing like little packages of, what's it called? I can't get my words together. Like a touch-up.
Okay.
That, those key little things could make it a package deal and a good price.
Okay. So let's kind of transition to more so advice, or, speaking towards the people who are just starting out as makeup artists. So what do you feel like, as far as a makeup artist brand, so somebody who's actually trying to build their name in this particular industry, what do you feel like is the blueprint to actually getting yourself out there? Like, I feel like there's a blueprint in everything. Like, for me, what I do, if I put out, my own original content, if I, just do dope projects, that's going to lead me to and networking. Those three things will lead me to actually get more clients and kind of get myself out there more. So for a makeup artist, what do you feel like is the 2 to 3 things, if any makeup artist does this, they're going to, be out there?
That's a great question. First thing and foremost, be a good person.
Yeah.
I know that is simple, Shaw, and I'm being so serious.
But it's a lot of people who aren't good people, yeah.
They're not good people.
Yeah.
It's a difference of being confident and being cocky.
Mm-hmm.
And be confident, but don't have the attitude of being good at what you do.
Right.
But don't have that attitude like you're the best and you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Or you're above people.
You're above people. It's a level. We all got to get there. Second thing, always be willing to learn. You know, I feel like you are a student first.
Right.
And then once you get to, you know, a certain level of, if that's something you're interested in, you can teach later.
True.
Third thing, you got me stuck. Because those would be my top two. I can say that.
Can you speak to anything as far as like getting your name out there?
Name out there?
Yeah. Or is it all like really like referral, like just the work that you put in?
The work that you put in.
Really?
It's really, I can say, right now in my career, it's been 50-50.
Okay.
50 social media and 50 referrals.
Really?
I had a wedding the other week, just use it as an example, and it blew me away. So this wedding, she had 7 bridesmaids. Tell you why, like 3 of them is getting married in 2020.
Really?
And I did their face that day, and all 3 of them reached out to me.
That's crazy.
So you never know.
That ain't the wedding I shot with you, or that was that?
That was
okay,
it was a different wedding.
Oh, okay.
But 50% referrals, 50% social media, right now.
Okay. All right. So, for any makeup, besides what you just said, for any makeup artist that is kind of like just starting out, like they, you know, just started, you know, doing their own face, or you know, they just started getting, you know, a couple clients here and there. What advice would you give? But also talk about too, like maybe what are the couple things that you feel like you kind of messed up on that first year, as far as you know, you're getting your brand up, and not your first year when you were working at Matt, but I mean your first year of you being full time and kind of really being out here.
You hit me with a shot. You hit me with a question. Wow. Okay, that's something to think about. So, advice I would give: use your sources. Don't be prideful.
Okay.
And I can reflect back on, like, that's something that I feel like I was messing up on, and still to this day, being a little prideful. Like, even yourself, you taught me about us doing business all the time together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
then she just flaked on me.
I'll flake.
Just flake.
Flake, you know, I'll flake. And what would be the reason me flaking? Is no good reason. It is being shy, you know, doing something out your comfort zone.
Okay.
Instead of looking at the opportunity of where you can go and where we all can go together. And that's an issue. Don't be prideful. All you can do is try. Because if you don't try, you'll never know if you like it.
True.
Something else, a makeup artist trying to get themselves out there. Find your niche.
Okay.
Finding your niche meaning it's okay to have a specialty. You don't have to do it all. At first, I thought...
What are the different types of niches, I guess?
So the niches would be, you have like beauty work.
Okay.
You got your high fashion stuff, like editorial.
Like these photos you have on the walls. Yep. Okay.
And then another, I say it's like maybe like 3 categories. And of course the third would be like your sci-fi, your theatrical, anything that comes with theater, being on set, scary movies, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And it's okay to not pursue all avenues, because if you try to pursue, it can get chaotic, because
and your work can just look all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
And honestly, depending on what, like, they're all demanding. Like, if you got to be on set for a movie for a year, how you gonna fit somebody's wedding in there?
Sure. You're right.
You know what I mean? So
and people don't know, like, once you have a niche, you can kind of, like, I can say pick your own price, but you can charge more because you specialize in a certain area that not everybody specializes in. Yep. So I tell that with people who do video or marketing, whatever, like, just find out exactly what you want to do and just kind of go all in, because then, even though you might miss, the little events here, or you might miss a wedding, but whatever you really want to do, you can get charged double almost for it, just because you know exactly what you're doing with that.
That is the truth.
Yeah. So, all right. So, the other question was, what were probably like 2 or 3 mistakes that you feel like you made starting out?
Starting out?
Business-wise, or, just kind of, you're more so on the business side than anything.
Business, not being knowledgeable and asking the right questions when it comes to things behind the scene when you're dealing with, and I'm still learning now, but when it comes to like your taxes, when it comes to having a business license, because at first I wasn't, I wasn't official.
Just out here thugging.
Get out here thugging, because I thought that my little part-time job would carry it, it'll be okay. But when you grow and you start making a little more than what your other job, you gotta be, accountable for that. That was one thing. And the other would be what I told you. Don't be afraid to use your resources and be open. Resources meaning any just business opportunities of it can be it's like practice, like not even just you and I getting together, but being willing to volunteer. When people do like little fashion shows, that's if you're interested in that. But
I feel like you definitely got to find the opportunity. Like, you got to know what you're trying to do, because that way, if an opportunity comes up, like, this is a good opportunity for me. Some people will say things are opportunities, but it's nothing that you want to do at all. So it doesn't really benefit you.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of people just need to know that in general, like, because people always say, "Hey, I got an opportunity for you. I want you to do something for free, but it's gonna be a good look."
Right.
But if that's not the looks that you want, then ain't really no need to doing it.
So it all goes back to knowing what you want.
True. You definitely got to know what you want to do.
That's honestly, we can sum all that up and put it into one.
Right.
Of what you want, because people can try to steer you in the direction they want you to go in. And that was just, that was my major problem. Even to this day, you always hear, well, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? And it's like, no, that doesn't align with what I want.
True.
And just being confident and standing your ground.
Right. That's why I feel like anytime if there's somebody that I, really want to work with, I always ask them, like, so what are you really trying to do? Right. Because there might be something, that pop up with me that I feel like you might be a perfect fit at, that we can kind of work out. And if it's something that fits with where you're trying to go with, I feel like we can always come together. But if it's just something that I want to do that you don't want to do, then that's not going to work out.
Right.
You got to be equally beneficial relationships. So
I agree.
Yeah. All right. So before we wrap this up, I believe in a phrase: you got to spend money to make money.
Yes.
So what is something that you spent money on that has given you the most return back?
Definitely my equipment, meaning makeup products.
Okay.
That really does help you being able to have variety, meaning skin tones, okay? I'm just saying, depend either way of whatever niche you choose, you need to be able to work on variety.
Okay.
I don't want anyone, even though, let's say you predominantly have a African American clientele or Caucasian, doesn't matter. But if J-Lo needed you to do something, or who else? I don't know. I'm trying to name somebody.
Taylor Swift.
I need you to be able to accommodate them.
Right.
Don't set yourself up just because you want to focus on a black clientele. Don't pigeonhole yourself. Yeah. Gotta be ready for everything. Just gotta be ready for everything. Okay. All right, cool. So we're gonna do a quick little speed round, right? Okay. So I'm gonna just give you a word or a phrase, and you just give me like the first thing that comes to mind. I'm nervous. Okay.
These questions are gonna be super random. It probably has nothing to do with makeup at all.
Okay.
All right. Favorite movie of all time?
Say the Last Dance.
Okay. If you could listen to one music album for the rest of your life, and that's the only album you ever listen to, what would it be?
Drake. What is? I don't remember the album. The one with Marvin's Room.
Take Care.
Yes.
Take Care. Okay, I can see that. All right. Most fulfilling day you've had in your business?
Fulfilling day.
Mm-hmm.
Just a day.
Mm-hmm.
Just pick a day, like a Thursday. Like,
no. I mean, like most, like you did like a wedding and something happened, or like an instant something happened in a day that like you felt real, like that was awesome.
I'm putting you out there, Desiree. If you watch this video, Desiree's wedding was very fulfilling.
Really?
We went through a lot before that wedding.
Shout out to Jakari and Des.
You know, I love them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a very great moment to see how happy she was.
Okay.
And how it all turned out.
Okay. All right. Who is a great model in this area that you love working with?
Great model, love working with, and I gotta answer these questions fast.
Yeah.
Alex, I really love Alex. Oh, you're making me stuck. It's like Alex and Diamond, who's on my wall right now.
Okay.
And this is Diamond. I love her.
Okay. What's the Instagram name?
Good gracious, Alex Undone. Diamond, please forgive me, okay? I do not remember Diamond Instagram right now.
All right, cool.
It might be I Am Diamond, something like that. I'll find out for you.
All right, cool. Last question is, who is somebody that you would want to do makeup on? Which celebrity, like if you had the opportunity to do makeup on, it would be the greatest thing ever?
J-Lo.
And why J-Lo?
J-Lo is fierce. No, J-Lo, why J-Lo? She's that in between.
Okay.
Meaning she's not the youngest
and
she's not the oldest.
Okay.
And I would love to, because she take care of her skin, it makes it easy. But the challenge of age,
right,
and being able to perfect my craft on her face of imperfections, like we all have lines and stuff like that.
Okay.
She's that middle ground.
Okay.
And she reminds me just like that mature, like I know she would know what she want and what she's not willing to settle for.
Right.
And I just feel like that would put me on a level like,
that's
you
true.
better come correct.
Yeah, you can't have stuff. Well,
I can't have stuff.
Okay. All right, so where can people find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at _makeup by Victoria. I also have my website, and you can find me at just www.makeupbyvictoria.work. And I also have a catalog with the knot, and that also is just Makeup by Victoria.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for this conversation. See, and you were saying this was going to be bad and all this stuff. You was nervous about it, but it was an easy, carefree conversation.
You made it easy. I was nervous.
Thank you.
So thank you.
I'm good at these interviews things, so.
You are. You're real good.
All right, so once again, this is Shy Harris. You can find me everywhere at Shy Harris, as well as shyharris.com, and my new site, the Rebel Society. I'm redesigning that, so that's going to be up pretty soon. And so this is Interviews with a Rebel, and good day, good evening, good night, and we're out.